They didn't have it off cooldown to then jump onto Dave quick enough, at which point he starts poking him down and getting him killed.
We are into pick ban for the second game. Potential for Team Liquid to take it home in a 2-0. You predicted a 2-0 though.
I did predict a 2-0.
You predicted a 2-0 and then you said to EU, but it might be a couple of different letters coming in there. Ryoma and Zil will be banned, so they don't want to face up against Geordie on that Zil anymore.
I don't want to have a European eulogy this quick into the game, this early in the scene.
Oh no.
But so Ryoma, Violet, both banned away. That's exactly what Liquid did last game.
Yeah.
The Zil now being banned away.
Instead of the L'Oreal.
Does enable it to be picked up by Liquid. Now, they've been doing their research and watching all of these games. They might be inclined to go for the L'Oreal Alice or the Chalgnar Aris, because we've seen Jackie can play that already.
Yeah, it is actually the Murad that gets banned out by SK Gaming. So they obviously have huge priority on that. Maybe something that Team Liquid might not have done, but they are hovering on that Malok, a massive power pick in that offlane.
Yeah, if Liquid lock in the Malok, I'm just going to say they're just drafting like Asian teams.
It's good. It's, well, obviously.
I was watching
good.
MPT last night. Malok wasn't played at all.
No, it's disappointing. I mean, you've got some very different picks going on in that scene. I mean, you've got the Mina, which is something we've never seen in this.
Valheim.
Valheim, as much as I sing his praises in my own solo queue.
Yeah, of course.
It's just not very good in this sort of scene.
Arthur
we've seen, and who else? Batman, who we've seen once.
I see a lot of Batman once this tournament, but there was a lot of Batman being played in the European region.
Yeah. Malok does get locked in. L'Oreal and Slim's being hovered by SK. They are going to get locked as well.
So we saw what Dave could do with it last time around. Putting it onto the side of SK will help. It's actually better that they pick it because it's going to help deal with that beefy front line for whatever they're going to put in front of their damage-dealing combo that Liquid will pull out.
Now, having Slims on the roster as well is going to be good into how Team Liquid are playing in the first game. That tanky roster with 3 frontline tanks. We'll see what they're able to do, but...
Do it. Lock in the Astrid.
Oh, one of Trid's favourites. I know he's
lock in the Astrid. Got a thing for redhead.
In solo queue. I wonder why that is. Zephys also being hovered, was banned out in the first game. Potentially something they want to pick up, but they're just going to be a little bit more sensible. Pick an actually viable hero.
But boring.
Viable is pretty much the same as boring at this stage. But Ormar will get locked in. Zephyr's being hovered. Would not be surprised at all to see it locked.
Yeah, Zephyr's 70% pick ban rate across the entire tournament, so it is up there at the moment. A lot of people in Europe were surprised when I was showing them those statistics. Recording all of this and bringing it back to the home turf.
Oh, okay. L'Oreal's already locked in, but the Chalgnar is going to get hovered. Not too sure about the Zuka. I mean, we've seen it a couple of times in the AIC tournament games where they pick it up and they try and have that impact. Yeah, Lubu, I think, is a much more sensible pickup here. But what this says to me is if you pick up that Alice, imagine how much damage is going to come out with both L'Oreal and Chalgnar.
I would be concerned about picking up the Alice here. They're not tanky enough to pull it off, which is the concern that I have. You've gone for 3 damage threats on this team, with the resistances lacking at the moment. So that could be a problem for SK if they can't take this game relatively early, but we know L'Oreal relies on that scaling significantly more than other heroes do. It's a bit of a confusing draft for me outside of SK. That last pick may make or break it for me.
We'll see what they're able to come out with. I mean, they've got the Thane available if they want to put that back on EDU, but
this is an Asian draft.
Yeah, it's right. It's good.
It's good. It's good drafting.
It's a good thing.
EU, take note.
Exactly. Pay attention to a region that has been playing this game for a year already and know what they're doing.
Team Liquid haven't. Team Liquid haven't been around for that long.
But Team Liquid have been paying attention.
Oh yeah, they have.
They have. Eri and Raz get locked in, and once again they round out this very strong comp.
Just, 1 second. Just carry on talking for a bit, John. I'm just working something out quickly.
Well, the Crush was hovered, and the Nakaroth as well. I don't want to see Butterfly, Batman again. It's not going to go well. They're just flicking through. Just testing my hero name knowledge.
All of Team Liquid's picks.
Yeah.
Are within the top 10 of the tournament picks we've seen so far.
What an excellent bit of knowledge. I'm glad you have it.
Yeah.
It's good. Wow. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm pretty sure that would have been the case in the last game as well. I mean, who would we have seen in that roster that wasn't in there? It was Malok, Ormar, Chalgnar, Slims, and Zil. Those are all in the top 10.
Slim's not a top 10 pick.
Yeah, fair enough. But even so, he was that sort of niche pick that was relied on by a couple of these teams. So still very present, but it's going to be the Crest to round out SK's roster.
So much needed tank in that lineup. It's going to bring some great disengage and engage to the roster. I would have loved to have seen an Alice in this roster. Do not get me wrong about that, but you can't run Alice when your first 4 picks are no solid hard tanks.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think running that double mage kind of sort of limiting them as well as would have given them some strength. Well, I mean, obviously, if they'd have either gone for the L'Oreal or the Chaugnar.
Support, but he might actually be running it as a support because we did see Edu on Feign last time around, so he could be taking it in a more supportive role.
Yeah. Maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're looking to do that and maybe put the Crest into a solo lane. Do you
think it's more of a denial pickup of the Chaugnar to put on support?
I think it is. I think it's a denial. I think they're trying to take it away from Jackie, but Chaugnar been taken away. You just hand over Raz. Like
Raz is okay, yeah, fine. Raz is generally the second pick or the third pick.
But the problem is, like, when teams pick L'Oreal, L'Oreal's got the higher pick ban rate. There's more importance around L'Oreal because they're playing for the mid to late when they're letting L'Oreal scale up.
But it is the best teams that put priority on Chaugnar.
Yes, but Raz's strength comes from his early to mid game. Raz, if those 2 lanes are left unattended, Raz should pull ahead in that lane.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they've let the L'Oreal's gone through. It might be a bit of a hit. You might want to play L'Oreal yourself. But you pick up Raz, you have an early game advantage, which Team Liquid can then push through to get them through to the late game, where their resistances will just outdo whatever SK can do.
Well, we are going to get into game number 2 with Team Liquid versus SK Gaming. Sides are swapped, and the invade is early. Liquid trying to go straight on in, and you can see Louis actually get dropped very low. 2 heals popped instantly by Edu and Pish. They are just going to back off onto their own Mike Golem.
You're allowing Aerie to get that Mike Golem on the side solo. They're going to disperse it around the map, send Malok to that solo lane. I know Bag likes to do that a lot and be the solo lane of the team. I just want to know where they're going to distribute SK roster, because I'm thinking they're either going to make Lubu go in the jungle, which is unusual, or they're going to allow Slims to just get all that jungle farm. And I'd like to see them let Slims do that.
Yeah, Slims, one of those marksmen that just sort of sits in the jungle, is obviously a very strong at providing that CC from the ganks. Is going to try and go on the mid lane.
It's going to be Slims that's going to be the one getting the jungle farm. He's got the jungle item in his first buy.
Yeah, as does both Zephys and Aerie, I believe.
Yeah, so the reason why this happens a lot in Asia, this item will be taken by an off-laner who can just rotate around and grab the camp nearest to their lane. It's typically done in the bot lane on blue side.
Ooh, Liquid going for a gank on the bot side. They are going to find both of them, and both of them are going to fall. Jordy finds one. Who's going to find the other? It's going to be Ormar.
So, yeah, Liquid grouping up early, attacking the bottom lane, getting themselves a nice additional kill on the first blood. Very important to give Aerie some more free time in this lane.
What that means is that Aerie is going to be able to push that lane in. The players have to go down to the bot lane to deal with it, and that opens up the Spirit Sentinel for Liquid. They can push their members there.
I want to see a quick rotate from Team Liquid. I want them to see them take Spirit Sentinel as fast as they can and get down to that Abyssal Dragon and take that immediately as well. That's where they can optimize their play a little bit, being quicker on these objective takes.
They are going to pick up the Spirit Sentinel, but now where's the rotate? They are starting to push down, so you could be right with that. They could be actually doing more than just taking the draft phase into account. It's the rotates as well.
They're correctly leaving Malok in the top lane a little bit longer because he doesn't have to leave as early because of his ultimate, which he does have access to.
They peeled off a little bit as SK Gaming did move up from the bot lane just slightly, but Liquid do have the mana advantage still.
In the area at the moment, and Malok is within range to have a very easy access ultimate. I think they just wanted to de-push some of these waves first to make sure that if the fight does go wrong, it can't be something that SK can capitalize on.
Liquid already taking the aggression onto Pish. There's the Metamorphosis, only going to land onto Green with the stun. L'Oreal trying to dish out the damage as they are just going to dash after the Liquid members, and it's going to start to go well for them. Ormar falls early. Jackie might be soon to follow. The stun from Slims makes sure that he gets the double kill. Chaugnar as well on the sidelines, just zoning out the remaining Liquid members, and that is a brilliant position now for SK to take the Abyssal Dragon.
And that fight was won by SK purely because of how split the Team Liquid roster was. You had Chalgnar by himself down the bottom side. You had resources all over the map, and it was spread around the jungle rather than being in a confined unit, so they can't use that frontline wall to block out and allow their backline damage dealers to start, well, outputting the DPS they need. So it was good of Liquid for it was mainly on Airy. It was Geordie. Sorry, it was trying to think where I've lost my trail of thought. This is terrible.
Oh, no. Oh well.
Take over, John. Take over.
It's okay. Slims will jump over the wall and find himself with more than he bargained for, an Ormar and a Raz to deal with, but he is going to survive. The heal comes through, and the assistance as well. SK are just rotating like demons at this point, and Louis finds the second.
So they catch out Team Liquid in their jungle. Still keeping up that aggression from Liquid, which is what I like. They haven't quite cut that Sage Golem into the brush. They have now Denial Vision, makes it easier to secure. Give it over to Louis on that mid lane mage role. Help him out in that laning phase. Slim's still in the jungle, still farming up. Sitting on 2.5k, the wealthiest hero on the map at the moment, because that's the 2 kills and 2 assists under his belt as well.
Oh, not sure what that was. I think it was a little bit of a graphical bug on Lubu, I believe, but they are going to go for the dive, and that's certainly not a graphical bug. Louis' kill comes up on the screen as Green will be soon to follow Light, because they won't pick that one up.
SK still going strong at the moment, starting to pull away with this game, but they did in the previous game get that early advantage and started to turn around from as the game went into the late, off the back of some sloppy mistakes and also just being outscaled by Liquid. Whether that will be the same case remains to be seen. They're about to pressure this mid, inside, mid, outer tower and open up the map a little bit more for themselves. And then they go on to Dave, looking to find the hunt. Can the spear land?
It doesn't need to land, they just need the damage to go through. It will do just that. He is going to fall. And SK find themselves with another pick up on the map. 4 seconds until the Abyssal Dragon. That's definitely in their sights.
Liquid who are there first with the majority of the men, but they are being matched 4 for 4 at the moment, leaving Lubu in the top lane. I think SK just want to stall this out for now, let Lubu get some work done on the top side of the map, and then force it when they have to, because Malok began to transition to the top.
Yeah, he has to go and deal with Lubu's threat of that outer turret, and they are just going to give over the Abyssal Dragon as well. Not really going to be able to push in on that. Light secures it. Not even using the punish there, though. Didn't need to waste such trivial things as Abyssal Dragon. But they're going to get caught. Liquid go for the engage. Louis dropped down very low, has to pop the endure. They're trying to get the reverse damage, but it isn't going to be enough as L'Oreal is the first to fall in the fight. They trade it back though onto Dave, and they're trying to roll it on through. Geordie and Jackie both susceptible to being very low at the moment. They could find themselves in some danger if they stick around for too long, and that's going to force them off that outer bot turret.
And now looking to pressure into the jungle as well. Lubu's off to the side. They know that they're outnumbered, so they just have to retreat and lose even more objectives. This is what SK Gaming have done multiple times in the European region. They are one of the best teams in the EU of winning these fights, taking the objectives, and moving throughout the map to make progress and get themselves towards the late game with a significant advantage to the point where their opponents can't do anything about it.
See if they can press that advantage home. Dave getting caught yet again, will go down. Edu able to find it. Bag trying to get the knock up. Only finds one as they back off nice and disciplined. From SK, push onto the mid inner turret. Look, set their sights on that high ground turret as well. The Malok stunned up on the turret. Wouldn't be surprised if they see a jump. There's the Metamorphosis. SK just pile on in and take him straight on down. The high ground turret is going to follow as well. And SK Gaming, so far very dominant. Only 7 minutes on the clock and they're already potentially on the core. Not going to go for it though. They're just going to back off.
Respawn timers, not that late at the moment. You've got 4 members of Liquid up and they are running a little bit low on some of them, especially Knight. But that was great initiation. Long range spear by Slims locks up Bag, and all of a sudden they go, right, let's go on this one. Peach throws out the Metamorphosis, gets the lock up, follows up with a Leap Zone, and Lubu dives in as well to get themselves the kill.
Yeah, you can't really stand up against a full 5-man just jumping on your face, even with all the cycling in the world.
No, Liquid.
The 8-minute Dark Slayer could come through. They're like, oh great, we got the Abyssal Dragon, guys. Good job, we've got the Abyssal Dragon.
First one of the game.
First one of the game. Oh no, Dark Slayer has been killed. And that is going to be SK Gaming. Again, just going on in. Malok has to ult defensively once more. Not going to be able to use that in the next fight, should they choose to try and go in. But they're just going to roll it on through. The high ground turret in the top lane It's a brilliant prize for them to be able to pick up, and I don't think Liquid are going to be able to rotate in fast enough. Look at the pressure onto the core as well. They have got 2 lanes now open with those super minions.
It's going to be okay for Liquid to de-push these waves. Have a lot of AoE that's not high damage at the moment. The only real damage output comes from Zephys, Raz. Not even AoE too much at this point. It's more single target to a degree where the damage is.
SK jumping on in, Metamorphosis gets popped, and the Liquid members just about surviving, but not for long. 2 players go down already. Not a single member of SK falls, and they're going to even it 1-all in the series. SK, they had to be in their bonnet, and they certainly let them know about it.
Bringing it back in a more dominant fashion than what Liquid beat them in the previous matchup bodes well for them going into game 3. So regardless of who wins this match, I'm still wrong because it's not 2-0.
Yeah, so I believe it was around a 9-minute game.
Yes.
SK to close that one out. So as it goes, SK looking very favorable into the next matchup. That denial on the Chaugnar potentially coming in crucial, and the lack of that third tank for Team Liquid is going to allow SK to roll on through.
But if SK go on to the blue side and